Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you all for joining. We are in the Bhagavad-gita 18 chapter 18 days English program, English class. This is the Bhagavad-gita certification course. I see around 22 people joined. Before we get started, since this is our first class, we will do a quick round of introduction. Whoever feels comfortable want to share why they joined and what they are looking from this course, that would be great. And I recommend if you're comfortable, you can also turn your video on. And this program, this class,
There's no
or the
use of the
course will
voice.
be
नहीं
very
लग रहा है टाइम
interactive.
क्या कर क्यों
Yeah, who wants to go first?
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Shri Satyam Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी so namaste hare krishna, my name is Satyam and I live in Solan. The purpose of my attending this class is to learn how to read Gita because I'm very bad at it. I'm learning and understand the meaning of Gita as much as I can understand. I know it is very vast topic and it's very deep knowledge, but whatever I can learn, whatever I can understand will be helpful to me. That is my
Very nice,
intention.
Prabhuji. So, welcome, Satyam Prabhu. Anyone else wants to join? Share?
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
me too. I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Aparna. I've been reading Bhagavad Gita for a while, but each time I listen or read, I always learn something new. And the beauty of and the glory is, implementing the new teachings and the new listenings to my life. That's been my passion, and I would like to continue that journey with you, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol. Thank you for joining, Mataji. That's a wonderful realization. Every time you read Bhagavad Gita, more deeper realization comes out, actually.
Yeah, yes. And I just listened to Prabhuji in one of the Sankirtan last Sunday. So
Oh, very
that
nice.
inspired me more. Yes.
Hari Bol.
Thank you. Hari.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
I would like to build on that because I'm very similar experience. I've studied before, but I constantly apply and learn something new. And it's a light. For me, it's a light. And to share in this experience is easier than doing it alone. So
Hari
thank you.
Bol.
Thank you so much for offering this.
Yeah, thanks to the ISKCON Somerset management, Gopikanta Prabhuji, Kalindi Mataji, everyone. They are located this is a new temple that was opened. So if you happen to be in the Somerset area in New Jersey, you can go to the Sunday program. But thank you for joining.
So I am also, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Ananda Mataji Devidasi. And I live in Florida, not in Maryland. So the same thing that it helps me to read more, and I will listen, and hopefully I will continue every day 7:30 from Monday through Thursday, right?
That's
7:30.
correct. Monday to Thursday. Yep.
It would be great. So happy to join.
Thank you, Anandini Mataji, for joining. Anyone else wants to share?
I'm Sukanya Prasad, and I'm here in upstate New York. And my parents, they used to recite, they taught me 12th and 15th chapter when I was a young girl at that time.
Wow.
And I used to keep me reciting those two chapters, 12th and 15th. So I know, but I didn't know the meaning at that time, just whatever my mom's taught me. So I just repeated. And I do remember when I was 6 years old. I don't know how she made me to memorize that 12th complete chapter. And I
Wow.
did recite, and on the stage, and the Swami Bhumanandji from Rishikesh, he was there, and he just picked it up, and I got surprised, And
Wow. So wonderful stories to hear and inspiring, Mataji. Yeah.
I couldn't make out that. How did I did the whole 20 slokas? How could I say it without
I mean,
just?
whatever
I
you
didn't know the meaning at that time.
Yeah, so that's called Agnata Sukrit. Without knowing that, we become so much pious with all the activities that our parents make us do. Even when I was young, when we were going to temple, I used to think why we are going to temple and all. But all those adds up actually behind in the subconscious that keeps on moving, making us move towards the righteous path. And suddenly there will be a point where we take it up seriously. So thanks for sharing that wonderful story or your past from that. And yeah, it should be passed on. Like I recommend everyone who is joined, who are parents here, do the same thing like what Sukanya Mataji's parents were did. Like we all have to take our kids and at least teach them at least one sloka. But yeah, first of all, we need to know the importance of Bhagavad Gita, and this class that we have will stress or bring out the what is currently lacking in the society and how Bhagavad Gita can help us solve every problem in our life, not just one, everything. And it is right in our hands, and we don't open it. And when I say we, even I was in that situation many years back. But as we keep reading and more realizations come, and this whole program that we are doing is a preaching movement from ISKCON. Once we understand, we share, so we inspire more people, so that the glory of Bhagavad Gita will be spreading, and at the same time, more and more people will be able to transform their lives. Anyone else wants to share? Hare Krishna.
My name is Srihasa and I'm excited to learn Bhagavad Gita and I like to hear stories.
Very nice. Yes, go ahead.
What's the meaning of Bhagavad Gita?
That's a good question. So Bhagavat means of God or related to God, and Gita means song. So the song that this whole Bhagavad Gita is a philosophical literature. It helps. I mean, you guys are kids, but mainly once you start, for now you can start learning the slokas. But the actual essence of the Bhagavad Gita is how we can, when you grow up, right? Are you facing any uh, problems in your school? No, right? But as you keep growing up, the society is that we will start facing small problems, and some could be good, and some could be small, and some could be big. But we need some guide, right? So what if we take the guidance from the Lord itself, from the God itself, right? So that's why we take the guidance from what Krishna spoke to Arjuna when Arjuna was facing a tough situation in his life. He has to fight with his cousins. And do you want to fight with your cousins? Arjuna also hesitated. He did not want. But then there is a reason why Krishna said, gave this philosophy. But yeah, we will find out as we make progress. But in short, it is the song sung by Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Does it answer your question? Okay. Anyone else?
My name is Pranvi, and yeah, my name is Prithvi.
Ranavi and Prithvi.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining.
No problem.
Okay, anyone else?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, so then, so like I said, this is going to be a very interactive session because we don't want to just keep speaking and then you try to understand what we are saying. But if you keep asking questions or answer any of the questions that were asked, it becomes more interactive and it will be more effective also. Okay, so and for those who joined a little late, my name is Patita Pavana Balram Das. I am also associated with ISKCON of Somerset, but currently I'm living in Cleveland. And we are doing this Bhagavad Gita 18 chapter 18 days in 18 days program from Monday to Thursday to help everyone join during the weekdays when it is available in the night, like 7:30. So Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. We'll be completing by the end of October and November. Gita, by the time, December 1st is Gita Jayanti. So this will go from October 22nd to November 27th or 28th. And this will be wrapping up with the Gita Jayanti celebration in ISKCON of Somerset in New Jersey. Let me share my screen and feel free to, even if you did not introduce yourself, and while we are discussing this, if you want to just share your name while answering the question, that would be great.
My name is Ayapatya.
Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Okay, great. So we are in the Bhagavad Gita program. I think somebody put a chat message. Okay.
Yes.
So Bhagavad Gita is a spiritual topic. And before we discuss about anything spiritual, we have to say a few prayers so that we will be able to discuss this in a very authentic way, and which is and keep it in line with what the teachings of the previous acharyas are. So that's why we invoke some prayers to get their blessings. So please say after me, Om
Om
Agnana
Agnana
Timirandasya
Timirandasya
Jnananjana
Jnananjana
Shalakaya
Shalakaya
Chakshur
Chakshu
Unmilitam
Unmilitam
Yena
Yena
Tasmai Sri
Tasmai Shri
Gurave Namaha
Gurave Namaha
Nama Om
Namo
Vishnupadaya
Vishnupadaya
Krishna Prasthaya
Krishnashtaya
Bhutale
Bhutale
Srimate
Srimate
Bhakti Vedanta
Bhaktivedanta
Swamin
Swamin
Iti Namine
Iti Namine
Namaste
Namaste
Saraswate Deve
Saraswati Devi
Gauravani
Gauravani
Pracharine
Pracharine
Nirvishesha
Nirvishesha
Shunyavadi
Sunyavadi
Paschatya
Pashatya
Deshatarine
Deshatarine
Jaya Shri Krishna
Jaya Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita
Sri Advaita
Gadadara
Gadadhara
Shri Vasadi
Srivasadi
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
So this is called the Maha Mantra. And this is the recommended mantra of a Kali Yuga. If you can all unmute and we'll all say it together once before we get started. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. So So we are going to start from Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. And since this is your first class, we would set the stage of what Bhagavad Gita is about and uh, how we can understand Bhagavad Gita. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll start with chapter 1. So like I said, we'll make this interactive. What activities are common between humans and animals? Anyone wants to say?
We all eat.
Yes. Yes, humans eat, animals eat. What else?
Um, we all breathe, move, have skin. We all drink water and need air.
Yeah, that comes under eating. Yep.
We all have to we all have to survive from danger.
Yes, we all defend ourselves from danger. Very nice point. And adults also, please feel to also answer any questions you can think of.
Skins are the most important thing in your body.
What else?
Animals eat and breathe and
Okay, we covered 2 points, which is eating, which is second one is defending. What else?
Sleeping.
What?
Sleeping and
Animals give birth.
Animals give birth, good point, and humans also give birth. What else? Okay, so
sleeping.
sleeping, Haribol. So these activities are common between humans and animals, correct? Humans eat, animals also eat. Humans sleep, animals also sleep. Humans also have a family, animals also have a family, and the humans defend themselves from danger, animals also defend themselves from danger. Then
We
what
have
is
brain to think.
Yes, but that is a different degree. So if you see animals, right, even animals like the beaver builds a dam. And if you see the dam, that is very much scientific. It knows how the water flows. So it does require a brain to build a dam, correct? So only thing is the humans have a higher degree of that. So that's correct point. But if in terms of the activities that they are doing, these are the activities that they do, correct? Which encapsulate all the thing. Like defending means like it involves the brain, correct? Without brain, you would not be able to defend yourself. So, what differentiates a human being from animals then?
Animals and human beings look different.
Yeah, but human beings and human beings also look different, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
talking.
Yeah.
What is it?
We like talk and they can't talk.
We can talk, they can talk, but they have their own language. There are people who can talk to animals also, but that's a good point. But what else in more? Anything else?
They don't live in urban, rural, or suburban places.
Even humans live, in like the squirrels and all, they live in urban places, right? On the trees that we see.
We have IQ, animals don't have.
That's a good point. Yeah. So we have a higher intelligence quotient, animals don't have. But when we say we have IQ, let's dig deeper. What does human IQ mean compared to animal IQ? Because when we say intelligence, we just discussed, right? Even animals build nice houses, like in whether it is in the on the trees or in underground or building dams. They can predict, like elephants can predict when a earthquake is going to come. All this, they have intelligence. But what is human? What differentiates a human in terms of the intelligence?
Expressing emotions.
Yeah, that's a good point. Expressing emotions. And
Humans are more advanced than animals, like not that much advanced compared to humans.
yes, so humans are more advanced to animals in terms of the intelligence. So a when you are given something that was better than the other person, what is don't you want to use it or you want to just not use it?
Use it.
Use it, correct? So should humans use the intelligence that they got, or should they not use the intelligence that they got?
We should use it.
We should definitely use it. So that's what like it is mentioned in the scriptures, which is called Hitopanishad. Ahara Nidra Bhaya Maitunam Cha means the eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. These four are common between humans and animals, but humans got extra intelligence. They need to use that intelligence to ask the question, what is, where, who am I, why am I here? So those are it's called Atato Brahma Jignasa. And just to set the expectations, the kids are answering the questions, but Bhagavad Gita is good in the initial stage where kids can understand. But as we keep progressing, the kids might be difficult, will not be able to follow so easily. So I would recommend, like, parents, you also make sure that you are also participating. And then if the expectation is the kids to understand all of Bhagavad Gita, I would say it will be difficult, but initially it should be okay, where the basic introduction and the first few chapters will be very easy. But as soon as chapter 2 is complete, the kids will have a very good idea of what Bhagavad Gita is about. But once we start going from the chapter 3 onwards, yeah, I would recommend, or I would expect parents to who are joining to keep participating more, to make it more effective, and you can then translate into or help your kids understand. So what it says is humans are giving extra intelligence, and that intelligence they should ask the question: who am I? Why am I here? And why am I suffering in this world? Because if you see, uh, we have so many troubles in our life, and kids might not know those. But when the kids see their parents working hard every day, there is some sort of hard work that is going on, which is not what they really want to do, but they have to do. And then we also ask the question, is there a God or someone who is controlling everything? Because I think this should happen, it's not happening. I think that this should not happen, but that is happening. So these are the questions a human being should ask, because animals cannot ask this question. Do you think animals can ask this question? Anyone?
No.
No.
Yes. So let's take each of these questions for now. Who are you? What is your identity? And for those who joined a little late, this is our first class. Before we'll still be starting from chapter 1 tomorrow. So today is like setting the stage for Bhagavad Gita to help everyone understand what Bhagavad Gita is about, and an introduction to the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, who are you and what is your identity? When you want to introduce yourself to someone, what do you say?
Who are you? Bolo same.
I'm Ayan.
You're Ayan. Yeah. What
Yes.
else? What else are you?
Human killer.
Who else are
I'm
you?
Evelyn.
You're what? Human being? Yeah. Who else? Are you a boy? Are you a girl?
I am a
What?
kid.
You're a kid. Okay.
Boy.
You're a boy. What else?
Yeah.
What
My
else can you think of?
I'm Navi. I'm Navia, and I'm also a Homo sapien and a girl.
Okay. Anything else you can think of other than those three? Yeah.
I'm a great kid. I'm number 10. I'm a great chef with my mom.
Okay. You're
The
telling your
great
qualities. Yeah. But essentially, yeah, what it is said is you can have so many things, right? You can use your name. I am Jay, or I'm John, I'm Jane. I'm a man, I'm a woman, or a boy, or a girl. And I'm a father. You can say I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a son. So all these are different ways that we identify ourselves, isn't it? And sometimes we might be a dancer, we might be a musician. We can also say I eat only vegetarian or vegan food, and we can also say that, oh, I'm an Indian, I'm an American, and it also can be attributed to I'm based on a religion that you have. And then some people also look at the skin color and they say I am brown, I'm black, I'm white, and finally people will say I am a human being. So what we think as our identity is nothing but the various designations we acquired from our body at birth over time. Isn't it? So whatever answers that you gave and whatever answers that we saw, or whatever identity that you can think of, is that identity related to the body that you got or anything else? If you had a different body, would that identity be the same or it would change?
Change.
Change. So anything that you are saying as your identity is pertaining to your body, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, Bhagavad Gita first, the foundational topic is the body we have at birth is a body, baby body, and it's not the same body when we are a toddler. And the body is also it is also not the same body when we become a young adult, and it keeps on changing as we keep growing. For example, if you see when you're born, the body is very small. It keeps growing, growing, growing like that. So if you are saying that you are a kid, right? You are no longer a kid after a few years, and you are also no longer a young man after a few years. You become a young adult, and then after you become a little bit old. So is your body staying the same?
No.
So it keeps on changing. So how can something that keeps on changing be your identity? So basically, the answer is just like this body is keep growing, what you think as your real identity is the soul that lives within the body. And that soul is your real identity. So just like you say you have a car, do you say you have it's my car or it is me?
My car.
My car. So if you have if this is this hand, right? Do you say it is me or this is my hand?
My hand.
And your body that you have, do you say it is you or your body?
It's our body.
It's our body. So what is that identity of us that everything we are attributing to the point of even our body, saying that this is your body, this is my body? Who is that person that is identifying with that body? So that is one of the core concepts of Bhagavad Gita that we start with. Okay. And what we have to understand here is that this body keeps on changing. Even science says that after every few days, the complete human cells in the body keeps changing, and our identity is not the same. And our real, so we have to look at what is our real identity that doesn't change in an ever-changing body. And that is the core foundation for the Sanatana Dharma, or what Bhagavad Gita came from, which is that we are not the body. The body is like a costume that a player plays. Sometimes a actor can be playing one character in the stage, and after the play is done, they might be going to the next play and they will be playing a next character. Let's say even in that play, the character is supposed to die. Does it mean the actor also died?
No.
Only the character died, right?
Character.
Similarly,
Yes.
the soul is taking different bodies and it keeps on changing. At the time of death, it goes into another body. This is the called in English terminology reincarnation. But that is the core foundation. It is not that one birth that we have. We have been going through this cycle again and again, multiple. It's in fact says millions of times. Okay, that is what we have to first understand when we are reading Bhagavad Gita. So what is our real identity? When you say, who am I? Is it your body or is it your soul?
Soul.
Soul.
So body is called Deha and soul is called Atma. So our real identity is Atma, but we always try to identify with the Deha only, saying that I am an American, I am an Indian, I am white, I am black, I am brown, I am great person, I am rich, I am poor. All those are body. Like you got a body from somewhere. And how would your identity? No, we have to seek that real identity that is there within the body, which is which the body is it is associated with. So we answered the first question when we are inquisitive. Who am I? Means it is the soul. Why am I here? So why are we all here? Why are we all here in different bodies? Like I'm in one body, you're in another body. So what is that soul doing here? taking a body?
Due to
Hare
karmic
Krishna, Prabhuji.
reaction.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah, go ahead.
I believe we are just here to do our karmas.
Yeah, but karma is a philosophical concept. Before we deep go, that's correct. But before we go deeper, like let's practically or in our day-to-day life, what are we seeking for?
To live.
Pleasure.
To what?
Seeking for pleasure.
Pleasure. Why we want pleasures?
I would say to end suffering.
To end suffering. Yes. So basically, we are all going after. So, what is the common purpose for each of us, each and every one of us in this world? The common purpose is we are all in the pursuit of happiness, isn't it? There are
Yes.
different ways that we take, different methods, different processes, different ways that we try to seek. Seek pleasures from fun. Some try to become happy by seeking pleasures. Some try to seek happiness by doing social service. Some try to seek pleasure by seek happiness by meditating or helping others, all those things. But essentially, if you look at the root cause of everything, we are trying to all become happy. And even if we are working, we are trying to be happy. So, what makes us happy? Yes, go ahead.
Something we like to do.
Something we like doing. Yes, yeah.
Interested
Like what? Watching TV,
in. You can play an
playing,
instrument. Like you get like
studying,
studying.
Playing toys.
play with toys. Yes, nice.
Yeah.
So,
And
basically,
then
we all have desires, correct?
doing swimming.
Yeah. So we all have various desires. Means I want to play a game, I want to watch TV, I want to play with toys. And once our desires are fulfilled, we become happy, isn't it? So basically, in those desires are also classified into two types. One is called the bare necessities of life, which is going back to the same thing: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Means eating, sleeping, having a family, and then also having a house. Can anyone be happy without these four things?
Yes.
I mean, without food, can anyone be happy?
No.
Right? So without sleep, even science says that if you don't sleep, your body will become unhealthy. And if we don't have a family, yeah, some people can try to become happy, but essentially, even science says that man is a social animal. When they are in a family atmosphere or even with friends, their anxiety or the stress reduces drastically. And finally, without this a house or something to defend ourselves, we are prone to the natural elements. But are we stopping there?
No.
So besides these four elements, we are also trying to seek happiness from other things, right? What? Sense pleasures. So some we might be wanting to play a video game, right? If you're an adult, you want to go to the pub and play a party, and if you want to go to circus where you know that animals are being uh, like treated, not treated properly. And if you want to taste good stuff, you want to taste different kinds of food, right? All those. So we said that these are all the desires that we have. We are not saying that something is right, something is wrong, but all the humans are after some desires and they are trying to fulfill their desires and being happy. So each of us have these desires. How are we able to fulfill those desires? There is a clue here.
Money.
Money, right? So we want to earn money. How can we earn money?
By going to work.
By going to work. So that's so that you know why your parents work, right? They want to fulfill your desires and to make you happy. So how can fulfill our desires is by performing work. You see that there is a direct correlation between money and the desires, means the work and the desires itself. The more desires that we have, let's say we have a desire to go to Hawaii on a cruise, then it requires more money, isn't it? Because the big desire is bigger. And if we want to build a huge house compared to what we have, it requires extra money. So in that case, we have to work harder. And that is the concept of karma that is going to be explained in detail in Bhagavad Gita. The next thing is it working? So we all have desires. We work to fulfill our desires. Do you think this is working?
Not always.
Not
No.
always. Correct. So if it is working, then we'll be happy and we are no longer going to have desires. Since it is not working always, of course, it works initially where your desires are fulfilled for some, and then again you have to, it doesn't give the same happiness before, so you have to keep doing this. Is it working means if you look from if you zoom out a little and see that why you have to keep on working, because your desires are constantly flowing like a river, one after other, one after other, and none of these desires are giving full satisfaction. Even if you buy a nice car, what happens after a few days or a few months? You feel bored about it, and you again want to change the car. And even if you think move to a new house, after a few years, you feel like, oh, it's an old house. And so basically, man is constantly running after one desire after another. Why is it not working? So why are we constantly seeking these desires?
Because once you get a desire, after a certain amount of time, you start to get bored, or like
Action.
Yeah. So besides desires, what else are we facing in our life?
I think the human experience is missing the purpose somewhere. We're schooled in so many countries, and we have this ideal, but we're whole beings, soulful beings, and our souls need different care than our humanness.
Yes, that's a great point. But that's a little bit more philosophical, where if you're seeking a little bit further into what the purpose of life is, then you will realize that yes, without that purpose, this constant, like a mouse running in a wheel, right? We are constantly running after that. But even with somebody who is not philosophical, they also will not be completely happy. Why? What else besides desires? What else are we facing in our life day to day?
danger.
What is it? Danger? Yeah, means like, can you elaborate a little?
And like it's we're facing risk like every day. Like you take a risk
Risk.
of death.
Yes, risk and suffering. So basically, first thing is
Challenges, Prabhu. Challenges,
challenges.
everyday
So we are
stress,
very
yeah,
nice.
responsibilities,
Yes. So
towards
two
family and
reasons.
others.
Yes, Mataji, very great. Two reasons were given. One is our happiness in this world is not permanent, because the desires, when they get fulfilled, someone already said we start bored about it. So we have to keep seeking for more. So the happiness that we get in this world is by default temporary. So that is the fact. You cannot change that, unfortunately. So that's why everything is bound by time in this world. It's called Kala. That's the third concept that is introduced in Bhagavad Gita, where just like a candle is burning, everything is temporary in this world. You cannot try, even if you're seeking happiness, you are seeking it in the wrong place. If you are trying to uh, like find fish on the land, you will not find it, right? Fish is in the water. Similarly, you cannot find happiness in a temporary place, permanent happiness in temporary place. What else? And there are so many philosophies, like if you see social media, some people just give up, saying that they know that this happiness is not permanent. What they start preaching is, hey, life is all about fulfilling your desires, and the little happiness that you keep getting, enjoy that. Don't worry about purpose of life. Don't worry about this. Life is all about the small moments of happiness. They just basically remove the whole goal and keep the bar, lower the bar to the lowest possible, saying that don't worry about it. Everyone has desires. You just be happy with whatever you got. But is that really the case? That we'll find out from Bhagavad Gita. And the other thing we saw is only half the picture, which is the desires. We all have desires. We are trying to fulfill them based on our the work that we do, but it's only half the picture. The other half of the picture is the challenges, the difficulties. So we keep getting so many challenges without us wanting it. Correct? Desires are something we want, but do we really want to have challenges in our lives? But they keep on coming. So just like desires, the miseries in our life are also classified into two types. First one is called the standard miseries, which all of us will have. It's called Adhyatmic, Adibhautik, Adidaivik. Means our mind will only create our miseries by creating anxiety. Hey, what if something happens to me tomorrow? Hey, what if politically something happens and the whole society falls down? Or what if I am traveling in the train tomorrow, something happens? And mind will keep creating so many scenarios. What if the person who is I helped him, he's not going to repay the money I paid him? What is he going to cheat? And so it creates so many miseries by itself. Next one is called Adibhautik, which is even if we can control our mind and say be positive always, there are people around us who create miseries around for us without no reason, isn't it? Anyone think that it's not the case? Anyone always had perfect uh, people around them, that they always give them happiness only?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the third one is, let's say that even I surround myself only with the positive people. I always be positive. Am I free from miseries? No, there is what is called the Aditaivika, which is completely not in our control. You see the forest fires in California, where rich communities, rich, like places got burned down to rubble. They thought that we are all great rich people here. So forest fires can happen anywhere. Volcanoes can happen, earthquakes can happen, tsunamis, all these, and tornadoes. Um, Now, new places where tornadoes never happened, also tornadoes are coming, whatever be the reason. So basically, what we have to understand is, even if we think that these are all like I can control my mind, I can control my friends around us, there are some things that always keep us in a miserable condition. And there are some people who say that, okay, I will be able to control that also. When I'm going to build a house, I'm going to buy a huge land, build it with huge concrete, with reinforced with different kinds of iron beams within the house. It doesn't fall. Tornado cannot do anything. Earthquake cannot do anything. Forest fires cannot do anything. But there are the second kind of miseries that nobody can can escape. What are called Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. Means everybody who is born is supposed to die. Is there anyone who thinks that we are going to live forever?
No.
No. So if it is only birth and death, that's okay. Let's see that whenever the death comes, that's okay. But even between the birth and death, there are two more problems. What are those? Everybody starts to become old, and the things that we were able to do when we were young, we no longer can do, and it keeps degrading further. It's not like if we stop it there, but as age progresses, more and more our body will stop and supporting us at we are more the world become, with the more less we supportive the body becomes. And within the process, what also happens, we also get some vyadi. Means what? Diseases, health issues.
Health issue.
Yeah. So these problems are also there that happen. So what Bhagavad Gita says is Dukkhalayam Ashaswatam. Means two things. This place is where everything is temporary, and it is also place of misery. But we might think that, oh, why are these people a little bit pessimistic? Why can't they teach that the other philosophy that people are telling in social media, that life is all about small happiness? Then yeah, there is basically, we can tell something that is not true and make people happy, or we can tell something that is what is the truth, which is sometimes difficult to swallow, but will help them transform and seek the real thing that makes them happy. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly said that this world that we are in, the nature of the world is that it is overall, everybody who is born in the world has to go through these four things, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, which are very painful, and everything is temporary. Means whatever desires that we have are going to be not giving us permanent happiness. So we understood the reasons, right? Who am I? Why am I here in pursuit of happiness? Why am I suffering? Because besides my desires, I also have these troubles or the challenges that are there. So some people now will take into the philosophical angle or the seeking further. Is there someone who is controlling? Because we saw some things that we are not in our control. The Adi Atmic means the earthquakes and all, and even our body. All of a sudden, we appear to be healthy, and suddenly some health challenge comes. Nothing seems to be in our control. So, is there someone who is controlling other than us? Who, and if is there a supreme controller? Anyone wants to answer? Take a guess.
A supreme energy.
Yeah, some call it supreme energy, supreme person, God, or anyone. So the question is there a place where there is permanent? We are saying that this place is where happiness is temporary, but then is there a place where there is permanent happiness? And we are also saying, is there someone who is controlling everything that is happening in our life, and even including time that keeps everything temporary? So there are four options. You can come across these kind of four people. Some say no, there is no such place or person. Some people say, I don't know, but I'm also too busy to know. And the third category says, I don't know, but I want to know. And finally, there are a category of people say, I know or I believe that there is one person or who is controlling everything, and there is one place where there is permanent happiness. So basically, we have to just look at ourselves and self-inspect that which category we fall under. And of course, if we say that there is no such place and person, we are not open to new ideas or new thoughts. And we are all very busy. And I know it takes a lot of effort for you to join this first class, but what life throws so many busy things at us and so many things at us, but we all will be we have to make sure we commit ourselves. Am I going to join this class continuously and get something out of it? And basically I want to know that reasons for that. And finally, there is also the I don't being honest and saying I don't know, but I want to know. I seriously want to know. So I want to continue this class and see what Bhagavad Gita is all about. And somebody who already read Bhagavad Gita multiple times and they know that there is a supreme controller who controls everything, Krishna stresses multiple times. And Krishna also tells about the place where there is permanent happiness. They want to know more and more. So for this class, our focus is on C and D, which is the people who want to know and the people who already know, but they want to make their understanding or knowledge more deeper. Because the other people are, if they are too busy, they might be not like being consistent. And Bhagavad Gita, anything you take up, whether so anything that we take up, whether it's material or spiritual, just basically, one thing we have to understand is, for us to get the result, there has to be consistency, dedication, discipline, and determination. These three are required for you want to become successful. If you want to get a good grade, you have to have discipline to study every day. You have to have the dedication to do that. And finally, there is determination. I have to do whatever, no matter what it takes. So that's why we basically, if you are in this category where you seriously want to know about Bhagavad Gita or you want to get a deeper understanding of Bhagavad Gita, then this class is for you. Okay, but you can always move into this category. Basically, at this point, you might be an atheist. But why don't you give a chance to this class after just it's 18 days? See what it is offers, and if it doesn't change your mind, no problem. And if you are busy, I would recommend just this very easy to address. Plan such a way that only 1 hour a day, right? For only Monday to Thursday, which is a weekday, you don't have to plan anything. If you have any activities, you can just for 18 days 3 to 4 weeks, you can plan it on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday and join this class. So, and what is the other important thing is, in this case, both if someone is already seeking something, they come up with so many theories, means they come up with so many philosophies. And someone is already a believer, they follow some religious practices that are already being followed. But what Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Conscious, says is both are very important, because if you are making up your own theories, it is not backed by people who already learned sages, then it is a mental speculation. You can be right, you can be wrong. And if you are following a religion without the deeper understanding, it becomes just a ritual. So what Prabhupada is saying is, religion without philosophy is a sentiment, or sometimes a fanaticism, while philosophy without religion is a mental speculation. That philosophy which does not answer the ultimate questions, what is absolute truth, what is God, is useless. Religion and philosophy should be combined so that we can scientifically understand who is God, what is our relationship with God, what is our duty towards God. This science has to be studied, it has to be practiced, and it has to be realized. So, unless and until we realize, we will not be able to apply that in our life, right? So, for that realization to come, everything that we do, we have to question. Starting today, any activity that you do, you have to question, why am I doing this? If your parents are asking the kids, let's go to the temple, ask your questions, why you are taking us to temple. If the parents go to the temple and someone says, do this ritual, you have to ask the question, why you have to do the ritual. You keep asking, why, from today onwards. Then the more understanding that you get, then you will be able to imbibe that knowledge into use, and that transforms into or makes a lasting impression, and you will be able to apply that in your life. If you don't know the reason, the philosophy behind it, whatever religious practices you are doing, it becomes a ritual only, and sometimes it becomes fanaticism, because you are so much attached to doing that ritual, and somebody comes and comments or says derogatory terms, and you immediately become agitated because you don't know the reason behind it. You can't answer them, or someone questions it. So all these things are very important. That's why knowing Bhagavad Gita is very important. So what are the 5 topics that we discussed in Bhagavad Gita? First one is called the Jiva or Atma, that I am not this body, I am the soul. And each and every one of us has this unique identity, but we are trying to associate that to a body, but that body keeps changing. And we are all in this material world, which is called Prakriti, in the pursuit of
Happiness.
happiness. And in that pursuit, what we do? We work. That work is called karma. And even though we are working, it's not working out for us, because the nature of this Prakriti or the material world is it is controlled by time, means everything is temporary. And if we want, and also the miseries are there that are also, of course, controlled by time. The saving grace of this world is even the miseries are temporary, because just like the pleasures, the miseries also don't stay always. If and that is this place is ultimately not really so hopeless, even if somebody is not God conscious, means that's why it is constantly keeping them working like that. And that is the provision that was given to all the people who are here, all the living entities here, that the happiness and miseries keep coming and going. Someone who is okay with that, they can follow one type of yoga process called the karma yoga. And finally, everything is being controlled by Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, and we will see who is the real identity of that. So Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. It is divided into 3 sections. One is called, the first 6 chapters is called the Karma Yoga. Next 6 chapters, 7 to 12, are called the Bhakti Yoga, and the last 3 chapters, 13 to 18, are called the Jnana Yoga, because all 3 are important. We need to work. We cannot stop our work and go to some place and think that I'm seeking spirituality. But how? Because without working, how we can survive, right? We cannot earn. We cannot even earn the basic necessities. We need to do work to even get the basic necessities. And we also have to take some time to seek that Supreme Lord who is there. Of course, that is going to be established in the initial, and then we'll see the process of seeking Him. And finally, the knowledge is important because it should not be a sentiment or a fanaticism. We need to know why something is done. We need to know why we have to approach God also. Okay. So that Supreme Lord is mentioned in the scriptures as Bhagavan. So we understood that where it Bhagavad Gita is coming from. The one that belongs to Bhagavan is Bhagavat, as per grammar, and that song Gita is. So Bhagavan by meaning is one who has all strength, all wealth, all fame, all knowledge, all beauty, and all realization. And this is not just here. Even if you take contemporary religions, it says omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, eternal. All these qualities means we are looking at the Supreme Lord, who is the strongest of all, who is the like, for example, today is Govardhan Puja. We know from what happened in Gokula during this day. Anyone knows? The kids, the pastimes of Krishna. He lifted the Govardhana hill to protect the inhabitants of the people who are living in Gokula from incessant rain. What did he do? He lifted that huge hill with a little finger with his left hand. So that shows that how much strength he has. And he has all wealth, means he is always being served by Mother Lakshmi, and she is the goddess of fortune. And if someone gets the mercy of Mother Lakshmi, they become super rich. But Mother Lakshmi is actually in service of the Lord. And he's all fame. Jagannath means the Supreme Lord, and he's very popular. If you see the Jagannath festival, a lot of people come to see him. And he's all knowledge. This Bhagavad Gita is given by Krishna, the Supreme Lord himself. So it is flawless. And finally, he's all beauty, because if you see Krishna, the first thing is he is very, very attractive. The name Krishna himself, itself says that the all attractive person. God can have many names, and there is, if you are attracted to different names of God, that's fine. But basically, we can call God with any name. And finally, even if someone has all this to some degrees in this world, they are too much attached to all those things that they have. But the greatest thing about the Supreme Lord is he is completely renunciated. When Sudama, his childhood friend, comes, he immediately goes running towards the entrance and he hugs him, embraces him, and brings Sudama inside. He puts Sudama on his throne and he immediately sits at his feet and starts washing his feet. And he is the Supreme Lord who is doing it. So basically, what we have to understand is these are the qualities of the Supreme Lord, which we know more in the Bhagavad Gita that we read. So essentially, we discussed about I am not the body, I am the soul. I am here in the pursuit of happiness. I am suffering because my desires are not completely fulfilled. At the same time, I'm also having the miseries that I cannot control. So I am trying to seek the person who is controlling everything so he can also control my miseries. So that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, where if we want to. So what happens if we bring Krishna into our life? By saying that Krishna into our life is what happens if we read Bhagavad Gita.
We will have all of those qualities.
Yeah, we can get those qualities to some extent, but the main thing we are seeking is the happiness, right? So when we fulfill our desires, we become happy. When we have miseries, we don't have peace. And that's why we are not at all satisfied in our life. But once we fulfill our desires with the work that we do, at the same time, we seek the shelter of the Supreme Lord, who is the controller of everything, and he controls all our miseries. And it is actually said that Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Gnatva Mam Santim Richati means even the miseries that are not in our control, like the earthquakes and all, they are all controlled by different demigods in the material world. And the Supreme Controller, Supreme Lord Krishna, is controlling everyone. And if we, for example, if you are in a kingdom, you are best friends with the king, can the ministers or the other people, can they inflict any misery on you? Would they dare to do that? No, right? Or even in an office, if you are friends with the CEO, will the vice presidents or the directors dare to do anything to you? No.
No.
Similarly, if you are friends with the Supreme Lord, he will be protecting us. And even in the scriptures, it is mentioned that the Vishnu has 4 hands, right? He's holding Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. The Gada is called the Kaumodiki Gada, means the mace that he's holding or the club. And as soon as someone takes shelter of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu or Krishna, we call it's a synonymous name, that immediately that comes and forms a dome around that person. And nothing can do anything to that. So once we bring Krishna into our life, our happiness will be there and also peace will be there and will be complete satisfaction in our life. So basically, this is by being Krishna conscious. So that is the introduction. Basically, this Bhagavad Gita revolves around these 5 topics: Atma, Karma, Kala, Prakriti, and Ishvara. Any questions before we wrap? We went 3 minutes extra, but from tomorrow we'll be starting with chapter 1. But this is on a high level, the introduction, what topics are being covered, and why these are important. Because by knowing this, we know completely what rituals we are doing and why we have to do that, and then also how we can remove every misery in our life. All the different types of miseries that we saw, everything can be solved. Even the ones that we saw, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, that also can be solved. That is also all in this ancient scripture, Bhagavad Gita. But I would open it for any questions.
Jai Shri Krishna Prabhu. Is there any way during the course you can explain the meaning of the invocation?
Yes. Tomorrow another Prabhuji will take the class, but I will try to inform him if he already prepared something. Maybe the next one I will be taking in next Tuesday. I will be sharing that.
Thank you, Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else? Is it clear? Anyone wants to say?
You are most wonderful, Prabhuji. You did a wonderful job.
Yeah, all goes to Srila
Thank you
Prabhupada.
so much patient, and you are explaining everything great.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you for
Haribol.
this.
Thanks to Gopikanta Prabhuji for arranging this Bhagavad Gita program. And Prabhupada for coming all the way from India when he was 70 years old, and he survived 2 heart attacks coming here. And one thing he noticed was the Bhagavad Gita was not translated appropriately, verse to verse, and the meanings were also not exactly to the word that Krishna spoke. And he wrote the Bhagavad Gita as it is. So we have Bhagavad Gita as it is in the website, but I would highly recommend that you actually get a copy of Bhagavad Gita for yourself. So go to ISKCON Somerset website, or if you are far away, if you go to a nearby ISKCON temple, you will have the Bhagavad Gita. Get a personal copy, and if you have 4 members in your family, get 4 copies, because each of you can write your name on it. Because when we are reading Bhagavad Gita, Krishna will reveal some information that is very much relevant to us. What things that we are thinking, some things that make an impact on us may not be the same thing that makes an impact even for a family member. So when we are reading Bhagavad Gita, some things will make more impact, or underline that verses. Keep reading again and again. Like Mataji was sharing in the beginning of the call, new realizations will keep coming. So each of you get a personal copy of Bhagavad Gita, if possible, by tomorrow, one day shipping, I don't know, but at least by next week, please get a copy, and then we'll read it and start reading also. Okay, any questions before we wrap today's?
I have the Bhagavad Gita.
Do you have the Bhagavad Gita as it is, Mataji?
As it is, yes.
Okay, very nice. Hari Bol. Okay, so we'll say Hare Krishna. Who wants to keep joining? Can you raise your hands, or who you think that you may not be able to join?
90% I will be here, but sometime in the weekend I may have to escape.
Okay, so we are recording this.
Grandchildren,
Yeah. No, but this is no weekend. This is only Monday to Thursday. So it should try to join.
Monday to Thursday, yeah.
Yes. Should
The
be
timing
fine.
sometime, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, please join, and then which is also recorded. We'll upload in YouTube if you miss, but don't rely on the YouTube because it might not be uploaded very right away, and you will miss the continuity. There is a very much continuity between chapter 1 to chapter 18, and if you understand the flow, it makes very much deeper sense.
Yes.
It's just 1 hour, please. Yeah, somebody raised your, yeah, all of you are going to join. Thank you so much. We will say Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times, and we'll wind up today's session. All of you remember
Thank
the
you so
mantra?
much.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. Do you all of you remember the mantra, or you want me to share the
Yeah.
screen?
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Rama
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 Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
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 Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Thank you,
Hare.
everyone. I will see you. So we'll see tomorrow, and we'll continue with chapter 1. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna. Good night.
Hare
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 Krishna.
Krishna, Hari
Thank
Bol.
you so much. Hare
Haribo.
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you,
Krishna
Prabhu.
Krishna
Bye.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Bye.
Krishna.